Hey y'all, this is Leslie Tom, and you're listening to This Freakin' Show.
What's up, everyone? I am Travesty.
I'm Awkward Colin.
And welcome to another episode of This Freakin' Show, the weekly podcast with a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing. You may have noticed Geekcast Joe is not with us. He may arrive shortly. We don't know. He's doing family stuff or husbandly duty stuff, from my understanding.
Yeah, and that's what he said. So
yeah, so he may pop in. If he does, awesome. If not, well, then we'll definitely catch up with him next week. But Colin, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Doing wonderful. Doing good. I'm. It's like this week has been like a roller coaster of good and bad stuff. You know, like any roller coaster, ups and downs and shit like that. I got paid this week. The raise that I was guaranteed wasn't on it, so I'm not happy about that.
Ooh.
Yeah, right. Had to email the boss and everything, like, hey, what's going on, stuff like that. They said they're gonna take care of it. I'm putting my faith into what they say, so not too happy about that. But it was St. Patrick's Day, and of course, with St. Patrick's Day comes corned beef, and that kind of made everything better.
I guess if you like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, corned beef's amazing, man. You gotta
I
jump
think
on
I
the corned
have
beef train.
had it, and I don't mind it. It's just
It's just like your preferred meat.
Yeah, I'm not. I need to have it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's one of the things where, I mean, like when you look at it from, just a general concept, I mean, all it is fucking, like, it's brisket.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously the way it's seasoned and everything, it does taste different. I love it. It's one of my favorite holiday based themed kind of foods. Like with Thanksgiving you got turkey, and I think Christmas is ham, or no, Easter's ham. Christmas is I don't fucking know, candy canes. I don't know who fucking knows. But I love corned beef. That was awesome. The next down in this fucking roller coaster is, with my day off being tomorrow, I have to go to a fucking work meeting, so I'm not happy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this fucking roller coaster, man. Wednesday sucked because no raise. Saturday was awesome because of corned beef. Monday, day off, and I have to go into work. So yeah.
It's never fun.
Yeah. No, fuck no. It's I mean,
I had to work Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had to work 4 hours. I mean, nothing like you. I mean, you have the full shift, but
yeah, I'm not a big fan of Saturday. Did you have to go in, or were you able to do that from home?
Oh, I can work from home.
There you go. I'm still waiting for that moment where they just make your job like just at home permanently. I mean, I don't see
That's what some people think, because they don't want to hire people in this office, but it's I wouldn't even be like, if they said you have to go in, I wouldn't even be able to get in, because here we lock our door and there's an alarm on it, and a key you need, so only certain people have that. But
shit.
Down in our Alabama office, it's just key swipe on the outside, so anybody, if you have a key, you can just go into the building. So they kind of have to go into the building if they're going to work out the weekend.
Oh wow. Yeah, I just I'm not a huge fan of the whole weekend working thing, but it's beneficial for me because one of my I don't know, like, how do I word this? Person I hang out with a lot has the same work schedule as me, so it's kind of a bonus.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so it's a win-win. I mean, we kind of work the same times and everything, so whenever we're off, we were off together. It does suck with tomorrow, because normally tomorrow we kind of like try to make it like a day of relaxing. Maybe we'll get some breakfast or brunch and stuff like that, watch some TV. But we're not going to be able to do that because I got to be in Shorewood at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And she's doing whatever the hell she does when she's not around. So I don't ask questions. Don't get too involved. So I'm trying to be a no. What's the word? I don't want to be controlling. I don't want to be, up her ass about the shit she does. So I'm trying to be. I'm trying to find that median between being laid back but not too laid back.
Yeah.
Trying to find that perfect median right there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, but yeah, roller coaster week. It's been good, been bad. It's gonna be awesome here in a minute when we have our guest on, because I'm super excited to talk to this guest, because it's been almost a year and a half since we had this guest on.
Yeah, it definitely has.
Yeah, and this is actually actually a guest that you actually stated in a previous show that you're excited to have back on.
I am. It's a musician, and
Mhm.
I've
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to it. It's pretty cool because I like I said, I just keep up. I mean, I follow her on Facebook, and it's just like, hey, I mean, she's active and like see all the things she's doing. So
Yeah, and that's the one thing that's pretty cool. I mean, like out of all our guests, and most of our guests are pretty active on social media and everything, but I think out of all of them, I think I see more coming from like her Facebook and stuff like that than I do anyone else's.
oh, definitely.
But I mean, it's just and it's like a blend of like what she's doing like career wise, but also what she's doing just like personal wise and everything. She's always on the move and everything. I'm really excited to talk about a couple of these things and everything. But before we get to that, I just I mean we got time because I mean she ain't ready yet, and I think I exhausted all the conversation we had.
Oh no, there's plenty to talk about.
Yeah,
So
we don't want to talk about Colin. We got like 10 minutes before she's ready, so we want to talk about. Yeah, right. See that when you say it, like,
you
right?
don't have to be that way. But I was my cousin went off to China this week.
Really?
Yeah.
For what?
So,
Just on a vacation, or is he maybe
yeah,
looking
just for a
for work out there?
vacation.
Nice.
So, um, yeah, he's there for a week, so he's excited about that. He was all just like, I need to buy new stuff, new pants and a new jacket and new shoes. I'm just like, okay.
He's buying this stuff out in China or buying this stuff.
No,
Oh, okay.
he's buying here. We're like, you probably could get cheaper if you go to China.
Well, yeah. I mean, that stuff's made out there anyway, so I mean,
Yeah.
that's
But
pretty
like,
cool.
I was wondering, it's like, okay, so they make it in China and they ship it here and they sell it cheap because
Mhm.
people will buy it. If you go to China, is it super expensive there?
I gotta believe it has to be cheaper there. Like it has to be like so much cheaper there.
Who knows? That's just something that confused me on if it is or not.
We should get a Chinese marketing genius on our show and ask him like, okay, you guys make a bunch of Hello Kitty shit that people buy for like $35.
That's actually Japan.
It's all the same.
It's not.
I mean,
It's not, and that's being really.
they're like 5 minutes from each other. And it's the same. I mean, they have the same style of living, except China's more like classic Asian, where Japan's like more like techno Asian. But I mean, it's the same fucking thing. They both have goofy fucking comic books, goofy fucking
I don't think
cartoons.
China does any of those comics though.
Maybe I assume all Japanese stuff is from China. Who knows?
Probably.
Let's see what China has. Maybe,
That seems like a thing he would do.
yeah, what does China have other than a fucking wall?
That's like the girlfriend keeps saying konnichiwa for China, but that's hello in Japanese.
Buy stuff, goofy fish. No, I don't want that. Wholesale. It's just all fucking selling wholesale supplier shit. I don't want that.
Oh.
What is cool about China? See what Google tells me. 30 cool facts about China.
Hey, I just want that to the National Geographic.
There we are. Let's see here. Chinese New Year.
The Great
okay.
Wall.
See, I think other than the Great Wall, maybe Shanghai, maybe that's about it. I mean,
Terracotta statues, those are pretty cool.
I guess was so like maybe China's more like that's what I think it is. I think when it comes to like Asian culture, China's more like a classic kind of Asian culture, where like Japan's like more like tech savvy kind of
Yeah, more
you know
modern.
modern. There you go, traditional and modern when it comes to yeah. But I mean like they're like what, like 10 miles away from each other.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But yeah, I've been joking with him. Have you heard? You know what the terracotta statues are, right?
Her yeah.
They're those like the warrior statues, stone statues.
Hmm.
Well, I guess there was a guy that was arrested for breaking off a thumb of one and taking it. It's just like, well, okay, why are you doing that? So I've been joking with him and telling my cousin not to break any thumbs off while he's there.
Oh shit. So I was way off on the distance between China and Japan.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's 1,898 miles.
yeah, that's
I thought they were like right
well,
there around that fucking like lake thing.
well, is that from center?
It says the air travel shortest distance between China and Japan is 1,898 miles. If you travel with an airplane, which has an average speed of 560 miles an hour,
We're literally
from
looking at the same thing
yeah,
again.
from China to Japan is 3.39 hours to arrive. I thought that maybe I'm thinking of fucking what the fuck am I thinking of then? Because I thought China and Japan were like right next to each other. There's like a body of water between the two. I don't
There's
fucking
the
know.
ocean. There's the East China Sea.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Fucking other continents are fucking confusing as fuck. And I've never claimed. See, this is why Joey needs to be here. You know?
Okay,
Fuck.
so I think that's going from like what is it? Like center of China
Center
to
to
center
center.
of Japan.
It's gotta
So
be. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. They're not that far from each other.
like right now, I took from an edge of China.
Mm-hmm.
This is Shanghai to some island called Jeju. It's an hour. Oh, that's South Korea. I can't do that one. Oh, well, let's go.
South Korea, man.
Let's
You go
get.
from Shanghai to Fukuoka. I think
Yeah,
that's pronounced right. Fukuoka.
yeah. Remove this.
Man, I didn't realize how big fucking China was.
So an hour and a half, pretty much.
Okay.
From Shanghai to Nagasaki.
Man.
Oh, I could
You
have
know,
gotten stationed here.
in Nagasaki?
It's Sasebo, which is pretty close to Nagasaki. That's cool. I never knew where this was.
I just wish well first I wish people don't think we're all idiots for having this conversation. But also maybe I should have paid more attention like geography and shit like that because
Bro, we don't go through this much stuff in geography.
yeah. Man, fucking China's huge.
China is big.
China's
Very
fucking big.
populated.
You got fucking Vietnam down there, Cambodia, Thailand, Laos. Man, up there's Singapore.
Hey, this is where I would have been stationed. That's cool.
Hey, it's Australia. Man, Sharon and Helen are down over here.
Yeah.
Lucky.
There.
Lucky motherfuckers.
Yeah. I did you hear what happened though?
I got a lot of Snapchats from Sherry, but I don't think there was anything story worthy, so I may not know what
Oh,
you're
not,
talking
I mean,
about.
this was before they even left.
Oh, then no.
Because I guess they had this trip planned for Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, because
yeah.
that all took place there,
Mhm.
and I guess the company called them and canceled it.
Really?
Yeah, and I guess it might have been safety issues was what was given the reason. Don't know if that's true, but
Maybe Gollum got out.
Maybe.
Hi, precious. But no, I decided, even though I hate boats because they sink, I think I'm gonna go on a cruise.
Yeah, where to?
I don't know yet.
Cruises are nice. I mean, I've been.
I
on
heard,
one.
I heard they are. I remember my grandma talking to me about them years ago, and I told her like how I don't want to go on because I seen Titanic. I know how that shit works. She's like, the boat is so big, you don't even know you're on the water. I'm like, I bet if I look out, I'll know I'm on the fucking water.
Yeah, probably.
It's like, she's like, you don't even feel it. Yeah, that shit starts sinking.
Yeah, we'll see if I feel it or not. So,
Yeah, so I think I might go on a cruise. I just I don't know which one yet. I was told not to do. There was one cruise I was told not to. I don't know which one it fucking was. I'm not even gonna attempt to sound like I know what I'm talking about. But I don't know. I think I will go on a cruise one day. But I mean, that's all in the retirement plan when it comes to the lottery winning and shit. So
oh yeah, of course.
fucking Greenland's huge too. The fuck?
Yeah, Greenland is massive.
I don't even know how I fucking got even up here. What the hell? Iceland is so tiny. Well, welcome to Geography Hour of this freaking show.
Yeah. I mean, right now I'm going around Sasbo. So.
Where's my native land?
You mean America?
No,
Hungary?
yeah, Hungary, yeah. Should be right here. There it is. Hungary, right by Romania and Austria and Czechia, Slovakia,
Whoa.
Ukraine and Poland and German, Slovenia, Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Is that on base? That's got to be on base, right?
I don't know. Bulgaria. Ooh. I don't know. Oh, we got a message from Joey.
Thumbs up.
What'd Joey say? We're just now heading home from this event. Sorry. I'm going to just respond back to him saying, pound sand, brother.
So this is on base, and I guess they have a water park on base there.
What? Oh, the base in Japan you're going to go to?
Not that I'm going to go to, but
No, that you were supposed to be stationed at, but they sent you to Diego Garcia instead?
no, I had the option of going there.
Gotcha. All right, that's enough about geography because we do have a guest who is ready to come on.
Okay.
So let's go ahead, take a quick break, get her on here, and when we come back, we will be sitting with one of our favorite guests of all time. So we'll be back.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jason.
And I'm Jeff. We're from the History of Bad Ideas podcast.
And you know what you're listening to right now, Jeff?
What are we listening to right now?
This freaking show.
This freaking show?
This freaking show. And when you're not listening to this freaking show, take a listen to the History of Bad Ideas.
Where we talk about sports,
movies,
and other pop culture events happening
in the world. So take a listen. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, and any other place that you find great podcasts like This Freaking Show.
This freaking show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we are back with one of our favorite guests that we have had on the show, Leslie Tom.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
You have no idea how excited Colin is that we were able to get you back on.
Oh goodness, you are so sweet. Thank you so much. Well, I appreciate you guys not forgetting about me.
Oh, definitely.
And I'm honored to be back on. Thanks.
Oh no, we even you can ask Colin. Colin is a huge follower of your Facebook.
Oh Lord, which one?
Well, I
My
mean,
real one, my personal one, or my music one?
Your
hope
music
my
one.
Good.
Yeah, but
Lordy mercy.
But it's like well, we mentioned it before you came on. Out of all the guests that we've had on the show, your music Facebook is probably like the most active Facebook that is a part of our group. So it's really cool to kind of see all the cool stuff you guys have going on.
Thank you.
Yeah, one of the biggest things that I saw and I read about, and that's when I knew okay, it's because the last time you were on was back in season 1, back in July actually of 2016.
16, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, we definitely need to get Leslie back on because I want to catch up with everything you have going on because, I mean, it's been almost a year and a half, and you're always moving, you're always going, and everything. So, real quick, let's do this. Just in case no one caught the first episode, just want to get an idea of who Leslie Tom is.
Sure. So, I'm a traditional country singer and songwriter. I am originally from Corpus Christi, Texas. I'm a 5th generation Texan, gladly living in Denver, Colorado now. That's short and sweet. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I run marathons. I'm a Hank Williams crazy person. I'm a flour tortilla snob. I love chocolate chip cookies. And I'm a fervent supporter of our military and veterans. That's awesome. Really everything you need to know about me right there.
Nice.
All things amazing except for the flour tortilla.
Well, you're not from South Texas, though. You're from Illinois, right?
That's true. Yes.
Yeah. So of course you wouldn't have the same love and appreciation for my flour tortillas that I do.
I don't know why, but I've always been a huge corn tortilla fan. I don't have tortillas so much anymore since I started doing this whole keto diet thing. So
good for you.
I know, right? It's been so good. I'm down 48 pounds so far this year.
Holy moly!
I know, right?
Congratulations! Yeah, that is incredible.
Yeah, it's like a 5-year-old I lost. It's crazy.
Do you feel so much better?
I do. Actually, the other day, when I was sitting at my desk, kind of cleaning everything up, I have like jewelry and stuff that's kind of like here, like watches and like my class ring and stuff like that. I can't fit the class ring on it, but I can fit a ring that hasn't fit on my finger in like 3 years on it.
Oh.
So that's pretty cool. Most of my pants are parachute pants now, and I do have to wear a belt.
That is, I am so proud of you. It is so stinking hard to lose weight. And my hat is off to you for doing that. That is a great accomplishment, and keep up the good work. Only better things to come for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. It's just, I spent years, like, trying, and the thing that I found, like, well, I knew it was, but the hardest thing was trying to find a diet that works.
Yeah.
And I tried to avoid the keto diet like the plague because I love carbs.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing about the keto diet is you have to get rid of carbs. And as soon as I did it, I lost 26 pounds in January.
Oh my God.
And then I lost another 13 pounds in February. And then I only lost 10 so far this month. So
that is so great.
Yeah. So it's going really good. It's just, I have a lot of support behind me, which is really cool too.
That is really great.
A lot of motivation. Yeah. I've only cheated a couple times, but whenever I do cheat, I hold myself accountable and I admit it. I actually have this blog thing on WordPress that I type out.
Cool.
It's basically a journal that my friends and everyone, they read. And every time I do kind of stumble, I always put it on there because then it keeps myself accountable.
Good for you.
Yeah, but this isn't about me. This is about Leslie Tom. We're here to talk about Leslie Tom.
I am so proud of you. I am a huge proponent of healthy living and healthy eating. And the older that you get, the harder it is to lose weight. So believe me, I understand. I am so proud of you, Travis. That's awesome.
Oh, thanks, Leslie.
You're welcome.
I love when people talk about me. But anyway, so yeah, one of the biggest things I wanted to talk to you about is you have a new album coming out.
Yes, on Friday. The 23rd. So we're recording this a little bit early, but yeah, on Friday.
Mm-hmm. So, real quick, I was kind of looking through, kind of get like the information I can about it. This is your 4th album, correct?
Yes, sir. It is.
Yeah. See. Research. Boom. Okay.
I know. That's what I was thinking. Good job. Good job. You did your research.
Yeah. It's easier to do the interview when you kind of pull some information together. And I'll see it. I went to your website and I was kind of like looking through everything. And I noticed there was because I own the one album. I can't remember which one it was. I'm actually going back.
Is it Leslie Tom that you own? Or maybe the second act?
I think it's the second act.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm really excited because obviously it looks like you could pre-order the new album coming out, Ain't It Something, Hank Williams.
Yep.
And I was looking through the information about it because I mean I know you I know that you post on Facebook a lot about what's going on with it, and it's able to be pre-ordered. And I believe you're able to pre-order it right now for $15.
Yep.
And I also didn't realize until I did go to the website the other day is that you actually have is a 10-song album, but 4 of the songs are actually Hank Williams songs.
Yeah, they're covers that we put our own little spin on. But yeah, it's a Hank Williams, what we're calling a concept album. So we redid a couple of Hank songs that even if you're not a huge Hank Williams fan, you'd probably know. So Hey Good Lookin' and Honky Tonkin', most people know those two. And I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry, most people know that one. But yeah. I purposely made a choice to also find a more obscure song that I could do and do it in my own way. And it's the song that we did is my favorite song on the record. It's called Angel of Death. And it's kind of a gospel tune, but it's very dark. And it was done more acoustically with just a bass, a guitar, and Andy Hall of the infamous String Dusters on Dobro, and very, very strong harmonies. So it's my favorite song on the whole record. It's one of those that when I sing it live and everything, the stars and moon align and the harmonies are tight, it gives me chills. It's just one of those songs.
That's really cool. Yeah, I'm definitely more into the kind of like the gritty old country, like the class country back in the day, like Waylon Jennings and Hank. Yeah, outlaw country. Love that stuff, and that's one of the reasons, when I found, I think originally I found, I think it was your Twitter account I found.
Yeah, we connected on Twitter.
Yeah, and I was just trying to find old, Patsy Cline kind of Willie Nelson era kind of music. And then you came up and I started listening to music. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just amazing because in my mind, the first thing I thought, this is today's generation Patsy Cline, the next generation Patsy Cline, because you don't get country music like that anymore. Like everything's so poppy and, it's auto-tuned. And I just hate what Luke Bryan did to country music.
It's not, but I will tell you this. So, the great thing about music overall is there's something for everybody. Unfortunately, the way that our current system is set up, if you are not privy to listening to XM radio, you're only, and you're just listening to a main dial in a major city, you're only going to get the mainstream stuff out of Nashville. Yeah. If country music is your jam, if it's not, then you're going to get the mainstream stuff out of LA and New York. But there actually is this really awesome trend and movement. There's 2 different ones that I'm a part of that is giving me hope that the music that I love and make is making a resurgence and people are digging it and listening to it. So I'm a part of a group called Ameripolitan, and Ameripolitan is rockabilly, Western swing, and honky tonk. And then I just got back on Friday from the Academy of Western Artists Awards in Fort Worth. I was nominated this year for Album of the Year, Pure Country Album of the Year, which was really great. And what they focus on is Western music, Western swing, and pure country. So, and there were probably 500 people at the award show. So it's definitely a niche, but there is traditional country music being made. If you if you're in a small town and you have a local station, or you're listening to public radio in a college town, you'll hear the good country music that people are making. It's just not what you hear if you're in a big city and you don't have access to homegrown stations or, AAA, Americana, things like that, unfortunately.
When I first got my pickup truck, I got the Sirius Radio, XM radio for free for a year. And I listened to that religiously when it came to the Hank Williams stations and all that stuff. And then after I lost it, I kind of just stuck to just my iPod.
Yeah.
Because there are still good country songs that do come out, but when it gets poppy and everything, I just not a huge fan of it. And it's because growing up, with my dad and everything, he listened to Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, Merle Haggard, and all that. My mom listened to
Sure.
like Alabama, Shania Twain, so even like that stuff I kind of okay with. But it's just like, yeah, it's just all the techno, like new modern stuff, the poppy stuff. I just could not get into it. Which I mean, some
Yeah.
people do enjoy it, and I'm not gonna say it's horrible music. It's just not my taste.
Sure.
But
Exactly.
but the music you're putting out is my type of country music, and it's
Thank
awesome
you.
to get that where it's you're listening to music made today, but it sounds like it could have came out in like the 50s or the 60s and stuff like that.
Purposely. Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
interestingly enough, the studio that we cut the last two records in. And so the first two records, I used a producer out of San Antonio named Bill Green,
Hmm.
and he does great work and has great musicians. The last two albums, I've used John Macy, who's a Grammy winner. He's here in Denver. He plays still in my band. He kind of manages me. And if you see me, you're going to see John Macy on stage. I mean, I won't play without him.
Okay.
And so John has access and knows the players in Nashville, the studio musicians that played with Patsy Cline, that played with, the Charlie Pratts, the Hank Thompsons, the not Hank Williams so much. That was probably a little bit before. No, maybe some of them did play with Hank Williams. But anyway, back from like the 60s and on.
Hmm.
And those guys get it. The studio that we cut in is called Cinderella Sound Studios. And when I tell you, you feel as though you've walked into 1960, it is not an exaggeration. But what I love so much about that studio is it feels like home for me. And being in the studio is really intimidating, especially when you're singing across, we sing live. So all the musicians are together in the studio
Okay.
with me. It's not done and like cut together and all that. It's truly live. And, Lloyd Green plays pedal steel on my records along with John, but in the Nashville sessions that we do. And he's played on over 120 number one country songs. So you don't think that's
Wow.
intimidating, but because those guys are so great and they're such professionals, and I think they really enjoy the music that we're making,
Mhm.
it's a great time for all of us. It doesn't feel like work. It feels like, oh my gosh, this is so refreshing and this is so exciting. And I love the stuff that we're doing right now. So
That's
yeah.
yeah, and that's kind of like where I kind of feel. It's like you said, where it doesn't feel like work, and that's how I feel like when it comes to podcasting. Is as long as I enjoy doing it, it doesn't feel like a job. When it starts becoming like a job, then you kind of lose the fun in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that's the way you feel about music, but that's kind of like how I kind of feel about podcasting. Like, I love being able to come on here and talk to Colin and talk to Joey, or doing the other podcasts I do and talking to DJ, because it's a way to kind of escape reality
Yeah.
and to get into
Totally.
like your own kind of world and everything. Because like here, I'm Travis T. I'm the host of this freaking show. In the world where I work at a Freightliner dealership as Travis, his life sucks. But here, this
Yeah.
this this is where the magic is, and that's what I love doing.
Yeah, I
Um,
get it.
so March 23rd is the release date for your album. I also noticed that you have a tour going on right now.
Oh my gosh, we start on Tuesday. I was just looking at my husband over dinner and about to cry because it's so much. There's so much going on. And I'm thankful and grateful, and I don't take any of it for granted, but it is so overwhelming. My husband
Mhm.
said, "What time are you leaving tomorrow?" And I was like, "No, we're leaving Tuesday morning." But yeah, so we start our Texas tour this week, and we'll be in Austin on Wednesday, Kennedy, Texas, which is half the time where I grew up. My dad lived there. My parents divorced when I was really young. So every other weekend I was in Kennedy. So we're doing our official CD release party for Texas in Kennedy.
Awesome.
And then Friday night, we're doing a private show for a little Baptist church in Beeville, Texas. It's their gala, and we're playing that. And I'm really excited about that. Saturday morning, we're going to sing at the first annual Eli's Fund dog walk, and I'll tell you guys in a second about what that is. And then
Okay.
Saturday night, we have a show where my alma mater is, Texas A&M University in College Station, at the Calvary Court, which is a hotel, and they have a live music venue there. So then I fly home on Sunday, and I'm home for a week, and then, or actually, I guess I'm home for 2 weeks, and then we do our Nashville tour, out of Nashville, I should say. So we play Nashville on Saturday night, the 7th. We have our official CD release party at the Station Inn in Nashville on the 8th at 5 o'clock. We're in the studio, I think, on Monday, the 7th. 8th, we have a show, Honky Tonk Tuesday night at the American Legion Post 82 in Nashville. We may be in the studio again, excuse me, on Wednesday. And then Thursday, I think we're in Oxford, Mississippi at the Ledford House. And then Friday, we're playing at a place called Alabama's Little Bit of Texas, and that's outside of Montgomery. And then Saturday morning, this is so dadgum exciting. We're doing an acoustic show in Montgomery at the Hank Williams Museum. Hallelujah.
Oh, wow.
And then Saturday night, we are playing at American Legion Post 62 in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee for some of my favorite folks on earth. So we have a packed schedule coming up. And then we're doing a West Coast run in July that'll also be part of our tour. And then we have shows in kind of everywhere in between there: Evergreen, Colorado Springs, Salida, Colorado. So yeah, different places.
I couldn't help but notice, but Chicago was never mentioned.
Oh, I know. I wish we could play in Chicago. It's hard because I have a daughter who's 5, and we can only be gone about a week at a time before it becomes too difficult on all of us. And so we would have to do a run where, we started and kind of did a bunch of different shows in order to make it financially feasible, because it's really expensive to tour. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but musicians don't make much money. So I have to be very cautious. But yes, if we ever play in Chicago, I'll let y'all know.
Oh, you gotta let me know, because even if it's not like Chicago, even if it's like the west end of Illinois or something, you let me know, because I gotta see this music live. I need to. And I remember the closest I was able to see it was you did it was a video you put up. It had to be within the last 6 or 8 months. I think maybe it was an acapella thing, but I think you played your guitar too, and it was just like a Facebook video or Facebook Live.
Yeah, it was probably, I wrote this song with my friend Sean Gassaway. Sean and I have connected about, 6 or 9 months ago. A publisher introduced us, and he wrote a song on my record called Mr. Williams by himself. It's amazing. And I said, "Oh, will you write with me? I'm going to be in town." And so we got together and we finished another song on the record that we co-wrote with my friend Andy Wren, called Audrey's song, Still Love You. And then Sean and I got together in Nashville in September, I guess. And I was doing a show in Castle Rock, Colorado it was an organization called Pro Police Rally Colorado, where we bring in we don't, but the guy that puts the event together brings in different organizations that support our law enforcement community. And we played in that. And he said, "You're a songwriter, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, your brother's a police officer?" And I said, "Yes, he is, in Kentucky." And he goes, "How about you write a song about your brother from a sister's perspective?" And I was like, oh man, that is really hard. And so I went to Sean and I said, "Look, we've got to write a song about my brother." And so we wrote this amazing song called Man in Blue. People went bonkers about it at the police rally. And it's so great. It'll be one that we cut this week or in April when we're in the studio in Nashville. It's just a song about my brother and his service to his community in Kentucky, and how proud I am of him, and how much sacrificing all of our law enforcement and first responders have to do. It's not a 9-to-5 job. They work 24/7, 365 days a year, and, keep us all safe. So it's a really, really great song. I'm really proud of it. It's probably one of the best ones we've ever written. So yeah, that's awesome. So the reason I tell you that is I was singing that on Facebook Live for my brother's birthday.
Okay. Yeah, because I can't remember how long ago it was, but I remember because I get notifications and everything from people I follow, and it said Leslie Tomlin Live. I'm like, awesome, they made here. So
You're so sweet. Thank you.
So, but no, I definitely want to see you live. I'm hoping maybe even you hit Missouri or something, even right there. I'll take a drive out there and enjoy country music, because I don't go to a lot of concerts, but I'll definitely go to see a Leslie Tom concert.
You're so awesome. Yeah, we played in Kansas City last year. That was awesome. Kansas City, Missouri. It was so great. At Knuckleheads, which was fun. So, yeah, I'll let you know for sure.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're in like some kind of Midwest, I'll find a way. We're going to meet up. It's going to be awesome.
Yes.
The first annual Eli's Fun Dog Walk.
Yes.
What?
Man.
Tell me about that.
Yeah. So I think you may know this about me. Anybody that knows me for more than maybe 2.5 minutes in a music sense knows that my calling from Christ is to serve our veterans and military communities. And so every time I release a record and we do a pre-sale campaign, I partner with a nonprofit organization that helps veterans or our military families, personnel, active duty folks. And my uncle is a Marine and has had multiple myeloma from overexposure to Agent Orange from Vietnam for 8 years. And in September, my aunt did something that is very unorthodox, but it was maybe the coolest thing I've ever been to. Instead of celebrating his life after he passed away, she decided to have a party to recognize and celebrate his life while he's still alive. And it was the coolest thing I've ever been to. So I sang, of course, at the party, and there was this man there. And like I said, I went to Texas A&M and we started talking, and he is a veterinarian in Corpus Christi, where I'm from. Went to Texas A&M, and he said, I have to tell you about this nonprofit that I have through the Texas A&M Foundation. And he started telling me about what they do. So he sits on the board, I believe, for the Texas A&M Veterinary Medical School. And what they do is offer veterinary care for active duty military service dogs or veterans service dogs that have to go to Texas A&M University to be treated to make sure that those service dogs are kept healthy. They don't charge the veteran or the active duty military service person any vet bills. And the reason that this organization came about was from a young man down in my neck of the woods named Colton Rusk. Colton was in Afghanistan and had a dog named Eli that was his. He wasn't I guess he was a service dog in that I guess maybe a bomb sniffing dog or something. And Colton was in Afghanistan and was killed. And Eli got on top of his body and would not get off of his body, would not work anymore after Colton died, would just lay in his bunk. And usually the way the military works, from what I understand, I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, is the dogs, if their handler is killed, they just are transferred to another handler. Well, in this situation, Eli wouldn't work. So Dr. Moore was able to get Eli discharged out of the military, and Colton's mom and dad, Kathy Rusk is his mom's name, adopted Eli. And he's had some medical bills and things like that. And so Dr. Moore started this. It's a nonprofit through Texas A&M University Foundation, whereby he takes care of Eli to make, free of charge for the Rusk family. So it's just this really amazing organization, and they continue to do work. And so I'm singing and participating, but we're doing a walk to raise money for Eli's fund at the Eisenhower Park in San Antonio from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday, this coming Saturday. And we're going to be playing like from 9 to 9:30. I'm going to sing the national anthem, and then we'll do the walk and then go to College Station. And so I made a commitment that I would donate 25% of the pre-sale campaign to Eli's fund, which is something I always do. And it's just so disheartening the way the music business has gone. People just don't really buy music anymore like they used to. Like, when I started 14 years ago, everybody bought CDs and you could make a decent living off selling CDs. Well, now people use streaming services and things of that nature. So I've only raised $1,000 for this pre-sale campaign, which means I only have $250 to give to Eli's fund, which sucks because I wanted to give $5,000. But anyway, it's better than nothing. And I'm very grateful for all those that have participated so far. And Thursday, I believe Dr. Moore and his wife, Margot, are coming to my show, and they're going to talk about Eli's Fund and what they do, the good work they're doing at Texas A&M. And I am going to pass a hat. And I, by golly, am going to raise some money for them, more than the $250 that I'll be able to give them from my pre-sale campaign. So it's all going to be okay. It's just, it's disappointing when I have these grandiose ideas and goals and I don't meet them, you know?
No, I totally understand. But I mean, it's awesome that you're still willing to do all that, because I mean that's more than some people like aren't even willing to do nowadays. So
yeah,
it's really cool how you're trying to help out like foundations and fundraisers and stuff like this, especially with military, even military pets. That's really cool.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm excited, and we are very, very, very blessed to live in a country where people volunteer. We have an all volunteer service to keep us safe. I mean, that doesn't happen very much. And there's a lot of sacrificing that a lot of people do. And for them, I'm forever and eternally grateful.
It's awesome. I want to talk about one more thing before you go. I want to talk about the Academy of Western Artists Awards.
Okay.
And I kind of want to talk about your out of body experience you mentioned.
You are doing your homework.
Yeah, this is like I was reading and it just blew my mind. So tell me what happened on the plane.
So I knew in my heart I wasn't going to win. Nobody knows who I am. It's not like I'm some big name in any circle. And so I thought, this is dumb to even think about writing an acceptance speech because, I'm not going to win. And the other side of me was like, but what if I do? I mean, I do have a 1 in 5 chance of winning and I don't have anything prepared. Then I'll get up and I'll be nervous and emotional and I'll say something stupid. So I started writing it before I flew to Fort Worth. And it was just so weird because when I was younger, I would watch like the CMAs or the Grammys and you see people get up and have these acceptance speeches. And it's like, oh my gosh, I would never get to do that. And so here I am sitting at my table writing this speech. And I was like, oh my God. And then I got on the plane and did some more. And I was like, I feel like I am in the Twilight Zone or something. It's like I'm having an out of body experience. And then as I started writing, what happened is I was reminded of how incredibly blessed I am to have such wonderful people supporting me. And it was a good exercise to go back and remind myself how thankful I am for the studio musicians, for John Macy, for my songwriting partners, Billy O'Rourke and Linda Kale and Tony Gunner, and my duet partners, Kevin Moon and former Navy SEAL Pete Scobell. And, for my booking agent, Vic Ashcraft, who works his tail off and, mostly gets no response to emails and returned phone calls. And then to think about how lucky I am to have this amazing husband that I am as crazy about today as I was 9 years ago when we started dating. And this 5-year-old little precious girl that looks up to me and sings nonstop and is my world and my family and my friends. It was just such a great exercise to do that, but it was also very surreal after all these years to be nominated for something and maybe win. It was, and of course I didn't, but it was still a really cool thing to get to do for sure. So that was my out of body experience on the plane. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy.
That's really cool, though. No, I mean, it's weird how like things like that come to your mind, like as you're writing something or typing something. I had the same feelings, like when I became like I don't know if you want to call it an ordained minister, but I did the online thing to become the guy who does wedding services and stuff like that.
Sure.
Not so much like Joey who just jumped on. Joey, say hi, man.
Hey, how's it going?
There we go.
Joey.
Sorry for being so late.
That's okay. It's good to hear your voice.
Yeah.
So Joey's actually going to school to be a reverend, priest, pastor, minister.
Gosh.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so he's doing he's taking the long road where I just paid the $30 and got a certificate printed out. But maybe Joey could kind of agree with me. I don't know the way he feels about it, but writing like wedding ceremonies and stuff like that, it kind of gives you a different perspective on like what you're trying to find in life.
Yeah.
With Joey maybe a little different because he already found his better half, if you will. I'm working on mine, but
Good.
It's weird like when you create like these ceremonies and stuff like that, you keep thinking like it's a lot easier to speak or to write what you're feeling than it is trying to like copy what other people are saying. So
Yeah.
I get the whole iBody experience thing. It was just really cool to kind of just hear the story firsthand.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So how was the award show overall besides the speech?
It was fun. It was great. It's really the little niche communities that I'm in, whether it be Ameripolitan or the AW Academy of Western Artists. I think people are so kind and good and passionate, and we're all doing the same thing. We're all working like 5 jobs in order to support our, desire to be artists and songwriters. And everybody's in the same boat. Nobody's making any money. Everybody feels stressed. Like it's good to have to commiserate with other people who are in the same boat as me, but yet everyone is just so supportive. And to know that the cool thing about the AWAs is the nominees. So people nominate you. Anybody in like the world can nominate you. And then I don't know how then they send the nominations out to all of the DJs, the radio stations and DJs that are members of the Academy of Western Artists, and they pare it down to the top 5. So there were probably 30 different albums that were nominated from Album of the Year. And so I was super surprised to make it to the top 5. And then of the top 5, they vote for the winner. So what I love about it is it's not a popularity contest where, you can rig the system to get nominated and win. It truly is voted on by people in the industry that are spinning your records. And to me, that's really important and impactful. So that was one of the things I really liked about the AWAs. And like I said, just really, really great people all the way around.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So real quick, before we say our goodbyes, just kind of want to tell everyone where they could find you on social media, where they could find your album and everything, how they could buy the album, pre-sale to raise more money for Eli.
Thank you. Yes. So you can go to my website, which is Leslie Tom Music. So LeslieTommusic.com. And there's a link on my homepage to participate in the pre-sale campaign. If this happens to air after the pre-sale campaign is over, which it may, then people can go directly to my website and purchase the record there. It'll also be on, Spotify and CD Baby and iTunes and all those other lovely places as well. But obviously we like buying direct. And then social media, so facebook.com/Leslie T Music, and Twitter and Instagram. My hashtag is Leslie Tom Music. So you can find me on those places. And I don't do Snapchat. I'm too old for that. And I don't have enough bandwidth in my brain to figure out how to use that. I've tried and I'm like, this sucks. I can't figure it out. So that's it for me. Oh, YouTube. I'm on YouTube, Leslie Tom Music too.
Excellent. Well, I know I'm definitely going to, me, Colin, and Joey are definitely going to work with Derek to get this edited and put together as quick as possible to get it released as soon as possible. Because,
I appreciate you.
Oh yeah, well because the Eli Fund is happening this Saturday.
Yes.
Your record's being released this coming Friday. So if we can get this released as soon as possible, so it gives people enough time to hear it, we'll share the Eli Fund page that I just found on Facebook. I'm going to share that on our Facebook page.
Cool.
And I'm also going to share a link to your website so they can find the direct pre-sale from there as well. So
thank you, Travis.
Yeah. I feel like if even if we could do something, it's better than not doing anything at all. So
listen, one more. It's everything matters, right? Like every dollar counts,
Mhm.
and I think that's how Dr. Moore feels. They collect, pennies at a time by putting out cans at different veterinary clinics across the country. So it's good. Anything we do is helping, and for that, I'm thankful.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we here at This Freakin' Show will definitely do our part and do our best to help out with that. And hopefully, it does not take another year and a half before we get to come back on and talk about it.
I know. Well, thank you guys for remembering me and
Absolutely.
for having me on and for being so kind and supportive. I really appreciate it. And I wish you both or all 3 of you continued success.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll take a quick break and then we will come back.
News on the march.
The year 2014. Two best friends set out on a journey to produce the best content related to all things film. In 2015, they founded a podcast to share their passions with the world. From rants, lisps, and beer to trailers, challenges, and premieres, Nick and Justin have you covered. Find the Epic Film Guys podcast at epicfilmguys.podbean.com and follow the show on Twitter. And we'll see you at the movies.
Youth, on the march.
All right, now we are back. Thanks again to Leslie for coming on, and thanks Colin for coughing at the beginning of coming back from that break.
I said, hold on. And as you did respond, and I coughed. I was just waiting.
I didn't hear you say hold on. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all good.
I was super excited Joey was finally able to make the last 10 minutes of the show.
I was excited too.
All right. And we got to talk to Leslie a little bit. You missed so much conversation, as well as our ignorance about the continent of Asia.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had a short geography travel.
Yeah. Literally,
Nice.
It dawned on me that Colin and I cannot be left alone when intellectual conversations are being created.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah, because apparently I know we're gonna sound like fools, but
Nah.
yeah. Wait for you to listen. You're gonna be like, I fucking host a show with these people. Like, what the fuck? Anywho,
I bet it was great. She's too good a guest for you guys to screw it up too much.
Yeah, Leslie's awesome. It's easy, and it's easy when you have those guests that everything kind of just flows perfect with. It's just like a conversation, and I think we kind of have that with like any guest that we've had on recently. Like there hasn't been a interview where it went south or went sour or anything. It was just like a conversation, and that's what I love about even all the guests that we've had on so far. Especially the new guest we'll have next week. Any response would be appreciated. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Who's our guest? Or can we talk?
Yeah, you know what? I haven't done this since January, but I don't think what's the chance of me fucking this up again. So next week we're gonna interview a new cosplayer, Oh My Sophie. New to us, not new to the cosplaying world. She's been around. I don't know how much. We'll find out how long she's been around. I don't want to give too much away about what we're going to talk about. But cosplayer Oh My Sophie, going to be the third cosplayer we interview here on this freaking show. And the chances of that falling through like we did in January, very, very slim. I mean, what are the odds?
They got to be low by now, right?
They have
Law of averages and such.
Right? I mean, the universe cannot come at me that hard, Be like, well, yeah, we may have fucked up 2 or 3 times, but you're good for the rest of the year. So, so next week we'll do the Oh My Sophie interview. Next week we're going to reveal the Follow Your Star Award recipient. But this week we will continue on with our season 3 new segment of Awkward Flicks with Awkward Colin.
Hey guys, that's me, Awkward. Yeah. So let's get right on to it. That's this little segment we like to call Awkward Flicks. It's our little segment where I basically give my review of a movie that I saw or have seen in the past. Or you guys can always suggest me one. And I'll take a look at it and give you my thoughts on it. Like I said, I hate critics, but what am I doing? I'm being a critic. But I don't have a problem with unpaid critics. Paid critics is where I have a problem with, but anywho, this week's movie that I like to say is Love, Simon. I saw this movie yesterday. It's a romantic comedy movie. It's actually based on a book called Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda. It's about a kid, normal in every way, normal life, just high school kid, except for the fact he's gay, and nobody knows. Ends up he starts talking to somebody online who basically, have you ever heard of those, like, just the town local chat website there where secrets are told and stuff anonymously?
Yeah, like a town confessions
Yeah.
or whisper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that. Somebody came out for the town website and said he's gay. And
So he was outed by some
no,
anonymous person.
no, this kid, he anonymously posted under just a fake name, named Blue, and he's just saying, "Hey, I'm coming out as gay." He doesn't
Gotcha.
say who he is. He's just basically there's just a kid. As everybody sees it, it's just a kid who came out saying he's gay. He's at this school. Anywho, this Simon kid sees it and then starts talking to him and says, I mean, because he's gay, but he's never been able to talk to anybody about it. And he just starts on a conversation about him, and they go back and forth emailing and stuff. And ends up this kid sees this chain of emails between them and basically starts blackmailing him to try and get with one of his friends. I want to say he does it in an evil way, but then he just wants to have a chance. But I mean, it's definitely wrong what he did. But yeah. With this thing, like he's saying, he's being blackmailed, and basically with him being blackmailed and him trying to not be outed as being gay in this school, he starts affecting the lives of other people by doing what this kid wants. And it's just the struggles that he's going through. Because I mean, it's big for him. He's in high school. Gays get made fun of. They're demean. They're just like everybody else. Who cares who they love? But it ends up, stuff happens that it's found out, and then there's fallout, and then there's support, and it's just an overall really good movie. There's some things that I didn't like about it, just like characters that don't really have a purpose, in my opinion, that don't even need to be there. But that's all movies, pretty much, I guess. But I would definitely say this is a movie to check out. I know that not everybody supports gays, which is dumb, because there's nothing wrong with it.
Preach.
But yeah, I would definitely say check this out. Give it a chance. And I would have to say, overall, it's not one of those movies you have to go see in theaters. You can wait for in your own time. But definitely, I would say check it out. And I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 Awkwards this week.
Nice.
So,
Fantastic.
yes, it's a very good movie. Like I said, it's got Nick Robinson, who is Simon. Phenomenal job. Props all around to his character. I thought he did a great job. You also have Josh Duhamel, I think. I don't know how to say his last name.
Me either.
And Jennifer Gardner, and they play his parents. But like I said, it's a great movie. Go see it. Give it a chance. Yeah. So back to you, Travis.
Thanks, man. Yeah, when I first heard about this movie, my first thought was like, how did it take so long for a movie like this to come out?
Yeah,
Like
I
I
was
would assume it.
surprised too, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad it did
yeah,
because it does give people like that outlook or that perspective that maybe they not so much like hasn't seen, but like maybe ignored.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
Um, but no, from what I saw, because I haven't seen the movie yet, and I haven't been to a movie in a while. Need to change that.
yeah,
I haven't seen it yet, but just from like looking at the trailers and stuff like that, it just looks like it's a movie that definitely needs that. It needed to happen. It was just surprising to me that this hasn't happened like 5 years ago or anytime sooner than it is now.
yeah.
But good job, Colin. Yeah, you really impressed me on these reviews. Yeah, fucking proud of you.
Absolutely.
Proud of you, kid.
Well, thank you. What's that from? Proud of you, kid.
So
I don't
many
know.
things.
Yeah, but
So
the
much.
way you say it, it's from a certain thing.
Oh, maybe it came from me.
I'm gonna do some research.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
let
I
me
was
know.
just trying to do, but I don't know.
Well, while you guys are doing that, I guess I'll just keep doing a podcast because that's what we're fucking doing. Fucking Joey, what are you freaking on this week, bro?
I am freaking on my thesis research, which is what I've been doing all week, and it's been fun. It's been intense. I'm getting increasingly sick of reading about the Holocaust or the Shoah, which I understand is the more appropriate name for it now. Yeah, I'm just I didn't know. I have seen some sick things in my life just from being on the internet and being an internet native and stuff. I didn't know that I had a line that could be crossed anymore. And I learned this week after reading firsthand accounts by Holocaust survivors and perpetrators of the Holocaust, just how horrific some things were, and it's gross, it's horrible, it's awful, and I'm full of it. You know what I mean? Like I've eaten too much with my eyes of this stuff.
Yeah.
So
It was a very tough time in history.
yeah. So. And just, I mean, like, it's not the only one, right? It's just, it's the biggest genocide we're aware of in the West.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But there's some sick crap that those people did. And to some extent, I feel we should all know about it. To a lesser extent, I think do it very carefully because you want to be able to sleep at night.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm freaking on this week is just the trauma of the world. So happy to bring a total bummer to the end of the podcast. What are you freaking on this week, Colin?
I'm freaking on the fact that I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I'm going to mention it this week again. My homework. That I was so nervous about my class. I was going to drop the class, and that because it's a writing class. I mean, it's not really a writing class. It's an answering questions class versus actual like programming stuff. And I was just like so nervous. I was just like, I'm gonna drop this class. I can't do this. I'm gonna fail this because I can't. I suck at writing. I always have, and I'm. You know what? I got 100 on all my assignments, and I'm just pushing that on forward to this next set of assignments for this month. So I'm trying to keep my head up, get my homework done on a schedule. I set a time aside that I could do the assignments like once a week for each chapter and then get through what I need to. And right now it's been going really good. Tomorrow I start the last of my assignments for this month so that I can turn them all in by next weekend. So I'm really
Nice.
proud of myself on this, on keeping myself, on answering these questions. Not giving up.
Good. Good for you.
Oh yeah, definitely. What about you, Travis?
Well, this Saturday I am going to go to a independent wrestling show. It's the first one I've been able to go to in about 6 months. So I'm really excited to see some live local professional wrestling. So
Nice.
yeah. I'm also excited to work 6 days this week and only get paid for 5. That's super fun.
That sounds just
Bullshit.
the coolest.
Right? Yeah. I mean, like, I thought my day was bad, and then fucking Joey opened his fucking mouth and started talking, and I got nothing to bitch about anymore.
No.
But no, mainly the wrestling thing, the job thing, I'm not too worried about. It should only be 3 hours tomorrow, so I'm not too worried about that. But I'm definitely excited about going to this wrestling show, because I'm going to go see Southland Championship Wrestling, hang out with some guys that I haven't talked to in a while, because the old work schedule I had kind of prevented me from doing that. But new work schedule is going to make everything work out perfect for it, and I'm super excited to be part of that.
Nice.
So, yeah. Hey, Joe.
Yes.
Every week our listeners could catch Geekcast Joe here on this freaking show. But if 1 hour a week of Geekcast Joe just isn't enough, we're going to go.
If you need more Geekcast Joe, you can find me over the Geekcast Live podcast at gcl.ninja. You can also find us on Facebook, iTunes, Google Play, and Twitter by searching Geekcast Live.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter just by searching This Freaking Show. You can go to our website, thisfreakinshow.com, to see a list of all the amazing guests that we've had, just like Leslie Tom, and just like everyone before her or after her, because she was here in season 1 as well. You can go back and listen to that show as well, because they are both awesome. It's awesome to talk to her. Go to thisfreakinshow.com, go to the contact section where you can give your request on an idea for a show if you want to be part of the show, or if you have an issue with anything we talk on the show, like the Holocaust. Fuck, what else is there? Oh shit, forgot to do this. If you guys have a craving for a burger and a beer, and it's a Monday and a Wednesday, and you only have like $8 on you, go to Firepit Bar and Grill, Peotone, Illinois, where you get a burger and a beer every Monday and Wednesday for just $7.99. You can find them on Facebook at Firepit Bar or at the website at firepitbar.com.
Well, if you didn't do that at the beginning, I assume you also didn't talk about wearedapperties.com, where you can get a high-quality knit tie for a low, low price of just $15. And if you use the discount code FREAKIN, that's FREAKIN, you'll get free shipping on your order. So head on over to We Are Dapper Ties, put in that discount code, and get yourself a sweet, sweet knit tie today.
I can't believe I forgot about the plugs. I completely mowed over the plugs.
Yeah, it happens.
It does happen.
I was hoping I was going to hear Colin do it. Do the We Are Dapper Ties plug.
Well, you know, I was going to mention it when we first started the show, and Travis didn't say anything, so I kind of just kept my mouth shut. But I was just like, I don't know if, like, I would probably just say, just go to dapperties.com and use this freaking shit. I couldn't make it sound as sophisticated as you, Joe.
Nah, you would have been fine.
No,
I had faith in you.
With Joey's perfect enunciation of words, I mean, you need a sophistication like that for Dapper Ties. I mean, if I tried doing it, it'd be like, hey, want a tie? $15. Dappertie.com. 15. Damn it! Just like that. Fuck it up.
I like that one. That would make me want to buy a tie.
Would that make it like this guy? I mean, he has so much passion for ties.
Yeah.
As always, I am Travis.
I'm Awkward Colin.
And I'm Geekcast Joe.
And thank you for listening to another episode of This Freaking Show. I'm out.